Welcome back and let's continue with the series of Python by WS Cube Tech. I am Nehal and in this particular video we'll talk about the database connectivity. So here what we are going to do is we want our Python programs to connect with the database. Alright, and the database that we are using over here is SQLite 3. So basically what we are going to do is we are simply going to import this SQLite into our PyCharm over here. You don't have to download it. It is simply there inside your Python and you simply need to import it. This is a model, SQLite model, and we are going to import this thing. So the first step is to import the SQLite 3. So we are simply going to start with the import keyword and we'll say that import SQLite 3 as you can see over here. So this is our first step over here. And the second step is that we want to connect, we have to make use of this connect method, and this connect method is inside your SQLite 3. So in order to use those things, we know now we simply want to write SQLite 3, and as soon as you give it your dot, you can see here this is the pop-up, and in this the first one is the connect, and we want to use this thing in order to connect our Python with the database. And as we have made use of this thing, so inside this parameter we have to write down the name of our database. So as for now I'm creating the database of student, so I'm just going to say student and dot db. Db is nothing but it is the extension over here. So what basically first I did is that I just imported this module, that is SQLite. This is the database, and in order to connect over our database, so what I'm making use of this connect method, which is inside this SQLite 3, and inside this parameters I'm passing the name of the database that I want to create. And the point I want to tell you over here is, suppose that your database by this name it exists earlier, so it will just simply connect that thing. And in case if this particular this student.db doesn't exist, so it will just create it for you, that is it will just create a database for you. All right, so this was the second step. The next step over here is we want to use make the cursor object over here. Now in order to make this cursor object, we have to use our connection object. So what basically I will do, I will just put this thing inside a variable. Suppose say I just write down my database. All right, and now I want to create a cursor object. So in order to do that, what I'm simply going to do is I will say my db dot, and as soon as I give a dot over here, you can see this is a cursor. So this is my cursor object. All right, and uh, I will just put this thing as well inside a variable. So say x is equal to, I'm saying that db dot cursor method. So I'm just creating my cursor object over here. This is object is nothing but you can simply say that this x is an object. All right, this my db is an object. So I'm simply creating a cursor object over here. The next step over here is that now I have to make use of the execute method over here. So this basically execute method is simply used to just fire your query, or you can just make use of this in order to create a table that we are going to see just now. So in order to create that thing, what I'm just going to do is I will say my dot db dot, and as soon as I say dot, I'm getting this execute over here. So I'm simply going to say this thing, and what I will just do is I will just put this as well inside my variable. All right, and inside this what I want to do is I will just write the queries. All right, so in order to create a query, I have to make use of double quotes of this. So I will make use of the triple quote so that it can be a multi-line. Even I can write multi-line statement by using this triple quotes. And simply over here now I'm going to write the query. So in order to create a table, I was just going to say create table, the name of the table. So say for example, I say stood, and we'll just say student. Okay, we'll simply say that create table student, and inside this I need to pass two values. So suppose I say that inside my class table student, I'm having this two fields, that is two columns, And the name of the column, suppose I'm having first one is the student name, and let's take the second one as the roll number. All right, so I will simply say that s underscore name, that is student name, and this is of type str string, comma, and I'm having the another value that is roll number. So I will say s underscore and roll number, and this is nothing but of type int. All right, so this is how we create a simple table. All right, so what we have basically done over here by using this execute method. So I'm just firing a query, I'm writing a query in order to create a table of the name student, and inside this I'm having these two values, two fields. These are my columns. So I am having the student name, which is of type str, and this the second one is of student roll number, which is of int. And the next thing what I want to do over here is like whatever the changes I've made over here, I just want to make sure that those changes are saved. So I'm going to make use of this commit method in order to save the changes into my database. So what I'm just going to say is my db dot commit, and this just simply just saves all the changes that I have made into my database. All right, and the last and the final step that I want to do is just close my connection. So I will simply say close. All right, so these are nothing but this is how you need to write down in order to just connect your Python programs with the module that is SQLite. All right, and you can simply just print anything over here that will simply just give us a message that everything has been executed successfully. So we'll just say successfully. All right, so this will just if this particular message gets displayed as soon as I just run over here, and if this gets displayed, simply says that there is no error and everything has been done successfully over here. Now you can see over here is like you can see like I'm not having anything the database over here, but as soon as I just click run over here, you will see that a particular uh, file will exist come over here. As I said that by this connect method is used to create a table, or suppose a database, sorry. So and particular if this by this student name, if it already exists, it will going to connect the same thing. So in this case we are not having any existing database by this name, so it will definitely create a this database for us by the name student over here. So as soon as I click run over here, you can see that over here you will see that student db this file has been created. So I will simply just run it. So I'll say run, and you can see over here that student.db has been created over here, and this message is also being displayed that successfully. That means everything has been done successfully over here. Now in order to view this contents, all right, now we want to see what is there inside. We want to see that this create table student has been created or not with these two fields inside it. And now for this purpose we need to download a DB browser for SQLite. So we are simply going to head over to our Chrome, and we are just simply going to write that we'll say DB browser for SQLite. And this one, the second link, that is DB browser for SQLite, just click over this, and inside this just go to downloads, and from here you can just download it as per your uh, uh, the 32-bit or 64-bit. As for now I'm having the 64-bit, so I'm just going to download this thing. So it is getting downloaded. So this is simply just to view the your uh, table, all right, whatever the contents you have created, in order to view that. So we use this type of browser for that purpose. So it is getting installed over here. It will take a couple of minutes, and we will be just able to view our contents over here. That's it. So it has been downloaded over here. Double click over it, and you will see this DB browser for SQLite setup. So simply just go do next and say that just accept the agreement license. Click next. And by this you can just create a shortcut. So I will say for as for now that you just create a shortcut at my desktop and just say next and just say install, and it will ask for the permission. Say yes, and you can see it is getting installed. So say finish. And if you see over here, I'm getting this DB browser SQLite. So I'm simply going to double click over here. And now this is what it will just view our contents. So inside this, what you want to do is, like, if you want to just click on this open database, now you need to know the path, right? So in order to check that path, what you are going to do is head over to the PyCharm, and over here what you simply do is, like, you can simply just uh, click over here and you can just say that over here file path, and now from here you will get an idea like where is your this particular database has been created. So it has been created in under C users WSQ PyCharm Python project, and then it. So just follow this step inside your SQLite browser. So I will just go there. So it is in C users WSQ. So open database. So C user WSQ, and inside this I have this PyCharm projects, Python project, and this is where my the student by the database that I have created. So you need to just pass this link over here, go to this thing. So I have even told you how you can go to this particular location, and as soon as I click over this, you can see that we are getting this student. Now if I just double click over here, you can see this other attributes that we added into it, that is the S name and the S roll number, and this other type, that is str and int, and this is the name of our database, that is student. Now we are not having any data into it. You can see that if you click on the browse data, you're not having any data into this. So this thing we will see in the next video. But as for now, our goal was just to get familiarized with what is SQLite and how you're going to connect your Python program with SQLite, and how you're going to just view those things by making use of this DB browser for SQLite. So I will just do a quick recap over here. So the thing today what we studied is like we it's all about that how you can connect your Python program with a database, and the database that we are making use over here is the SQLite 3, and this is nothing but this is a module, and you can simply just import it. There is no need to download it. So you just simply download it, all right, by making use of this import keyword. So in the first step I've written that import SQLite 3. In the second step what we have done is like we have to connect our the database. So in order to connect that thing, and in order to create a database for us, we are making use of this connect method, and this connect method is inside a SQLite 3, and so I am making use of this SQLite 3 dot connect, and inside this I am passing the parameters as the name of the database that I want to create. And don't forget this extension over here, that .db, and I've just put this inside a variable name for the easy access. And in the next step what I did is that I created a cursor object over here, and next that what I did is like I want to execute my query, that is I want to create a table. So in order to do that thing, what I did is I made use of this execute method, and inside that I have just written a simple query command, that is create table with the name student, and inside this I am passing these two values, that is the student name, these are the fields, that is student name which is of type str, and then is the student roll number which is of int, and I have made use of this triple quote. So if I just go this I can just click it and go as multi-line comments, all right, and that is the reason why I use this triple quotes over here, because it may be happen that my query can be a long and it might go out of my screen. So for that easy view I have made use of this triple quotes. And the next what I did is I have made use of this commit method. Now just be conscious, like if you don't write this commit method over here and you simply just close the connection, so that any changes you have made inside your database won't be saved. So just be conscious that you make sure that you use this commit method just before closing down your database connection, so that it makes sure that all the changes that you have made inside your database is saved. And next what we have done is, like, we have closed our database connection, and we are just simply printing this statement that is successfully, so that we get an idea that everything was successful over here. Now you can even, if I just simply just if I just run it again, so you will see that I'm getting an error over here. It says that table student already exists. Now in such cases, what you can do is, we have already studied about the exception handling, right? So we can just make use of this try catch, try and accept and finally block over here. So what you can do is, like, you can just come over here and you can just write that try, and inside this try block, what you do is, like, you just uh, cut this thing and just you paste it inside that block. So what I'm just going to do is, I will just cut it, and inside this try I will write down this all statements over here. All right, and what I want to do is, like, I will say accept and SQLite error, and inside this what I'm going to say is print file, student file, we will be more specific, student database, I will say student table already exists. All right, and what I want to do is, like, I will just make this statement into finally, because I just want that this should get execute no matter what. So I will just put this thing inside the finally block, which simply says that if either even if their error occurs or not, this finally block should get executed, and that's it. So what I'm just going to do is, if I just now run over here, so you can see over here it says that student table already exists. So it's just better than getting that ready error over here. And this is how you can just write down your code into a try, accept and finally block. So I hope you're clear with this thing. And the next thing is, as soon as you just run, so this student database gets created over here, and in order to view this thing, we have downloaded a DB browser for SQLite, and this is that browser. And inside this you just need to open the database, and even I even told you how you can come to this location. You just need to right click over there inside your PyCharm, just right click over your student, and inside this what you can do is, just you say open it, and this file path, if you just click over here, you are going to get the path, and you simply just follow this path inside your DB browser, and you will get to this location. As soon as you get to this location, you are going to see this thing. So this is your table one, and inside this is a student database which is having this we have created this table that is named student, and it is having this two columns inside it, that is S name and the roll number, which is of 8. And as for now, you're not going to see any data. If you go on to the browse data, you're not seeing anything over here. And now this we are going to study in the next tutorial. So I hope you're clear with this thing, and see you in the next video.